Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another day in the Bitsler Cup. My name is DK Truman. Joining me on the mic again is Sparks. And well, we've seen one of these two teams that are going to be competing yesterday. Have a small recap for the viewers at home.
Yeah, we saw No Ping play Lava yesterday, which was two very, very interesting games. Sometimes a little bit frustrating to watch, but nonetheless interesting. No Ping won their first game versus Lava quite convincingly. Lots of team fights, manages to kind of get back from a lost laning stage. Game two, very interesting. They ran an anti-mage with a Mask of Madness. That was like quite a choice. Sadly, they lost game two. Also quite convincingly for Lava. So it was like kind of a stomp one way and a stomp the other way, in my opinion, a little bit. They were very fun to watch. Seems like they definitely favor the big team fights, and maybe we'll see some more of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No Ping's draft was very team fight oriented yesterday. Their opponents, however, are a pretty solid lineup that they're going to be dealing with today. The question is, what kind of version are we going to see? Because how much experimental are these teams going to be, or are they just going to stick to what they have shown in the DPC season? For instance, Infamous is doing very well in the or is currently at third place. Won't be able to qualify for the major, but Sparks,
Yeah.
yeah, who
Yeah.
cares?
Oh yeah. Let's talk about that for a hot second. That was very sad news. I think my entire day was kind of dedicated, kind of a shadow cast on it by that news. Seeing so many people very upset on Twitter. I saw a lot of professional players tweeting out that they were not very happy with the decision made. And honestly, I hope we get some more info. Like I hope we get a little bit more insight from Valve. But to be honest,
Oh no,
I don't
they're
know. We'll
gonna be
see.
like, well, we'll keep the money. Don't worry, it's ours again. Have
Yeah,
fun, good luck, and we'll make it up to you by adding all those DPC points in the second and the third major. It doesn't matter that
yeah,
you qualified for the first one, Team Tickles. Finally
uh,
got to go to a
yeah.
major. Just have to do it again in the second or the third one. It's easy.
Oh, it's so upsetting, honestly. Obviously, I also feel sorry for Team Liquid. I mean, I'm a little bit biased, slightly biased. But yeah, Team Tickles has my heart. Like Team Tickles is they're doing so well. They have Celery, which is a really good friend of mine, and yeah, especially just for him, you know. Like I felt the worst for him, even though he's been super positive about it. Like he had made this super wholesome tweet, saying that, you gotta stay positive and it's all okay, just in his standard uplifting positive style. But I still just feel very sorry for him. Like it's so very unfair, especially for those players and those teams that don't have an org, that don't get like a salary. Like there was a lot of stuff about Quincy Crew, what I saw as well,
I
that
mean,
they were
that is kind of a very big part. Is like a Quincy Crew, NA. They go to pretty much every major guy every single time, but they are an org. Well, they are not a paid org, so they really have to survive on just making it to those tournaments. And if you
Mm,
don't manage to qualify for the tournaments, yeah, of course, you get some money for the being second place or first place in the deep
sure.
sea, which is a decent amount. But people are relocating all over the world for this, and
Yep.
definitely need the major money, or org money. And even for orgs, like Liquid's probably not one of like the ones that really take a hit on this, but in terms of like
Yeah.
organizations also have a deal with sponsors that they get extra
Yeah.
money if they make it towards one of those end tournaments, because it gives them more viewership, and the brand gets promoted
Yeah.
a lot more. It's
Yeah.
very detrimental that at least something gets done. However, of course, with the downside of no major, I assume, well, I definitely know that there are a lot of different tournament organizers right now scurrying to try and fill the void in those couple of weeks to at least have
Yeah.
some representative tournament.
It's I think that's very exciting though. Like there could be some really exciting tournaments coming from that. But yeah, what you said before as well with like the sponsors and everything, I think um it's kind of very detrimental to Dota as an esports, I think. I mean, I'm not the most knowledgeable on this, so maybe I'm completely wrong on this. But just the fact that Valve just seems to, cancel these things and does all this stuff and bad communication, it just seems like it's gonna be more and more difficult for teams to find orgs because it is such a big risk for an organization, it feels, to take on a Dota team. Because why would you take on a Dota team if Valve does that? If it's all so up in the air and if they just cancel stuff willy-nilly, why would you spend money on a Dota team? I think
Yeah,
that might be a problem at this point. Like, I think that might become an even bigger problem if things keep going this way.
course, COVID makes everything tough, but
Sure,
in
yeah,
this
but
situation, they've got the resources, they've got the people, they've got everything, they've got the money. Could just make
yeah,
a lot of people suggested make a couple of regional ish tournaments. You add EU to EU West to EU East. You add China to Southeast Asia, and you add SA to NA. You make 3 small tournaments. Add deep sea points. Add the prize pools to them, and then yes, it's not to the degree where you've got a major and all the teams competing, but at least you've got something filling the void. You've got teams competing
yeah,
for still a reasonable prize pool, and
yeah,
you've got you know games between regions, because that's the part that's most interesting for everyone,
yeah,
is the fact, because of course in EU they kind of already do that. The CIS teams do tend to join EU West in some of the tournaments. However, in like NASA, it's a little bit tougher for the regions. I mean, to be fair, NA has like 2 teams. Uh, and in China, Southeast Asia, it's also like a big language for the most
Mhm.
part. I really hope that. I mean, they're not going to do something themselves on Valve's side. They never
No,
do.
no.
But hopefully, at one point, someone will realize that they should make an esports division, like an esports department inside Valve that just handles everything. A person to contact. I know this has been said a million times, but we need
Yeah,
it.
but it just, I don't know. It just really feels like, and it's kind of hard to say, and maybe it's a little bit harsh as well. But it's just starting to feel like they're like killing the game at this point.
They
Like
don't care.
it's become so hard. I still love Dota, and I still am one of those people that buys battle passes, and actually I basically tell them that I agree with their things by throwing money at them, even though I don't completely. But it's like I love this game. I want this game to succeed. I want the esports to stay good and be better. And sometimes it's just you see all these other esports, you see like Valorant like popping off, actually especially Valorant. Like Valorant's so many female teams as well. Like it's crazy how awesome that's going. And then you just gotta sit there going like, yeah, we got Dota that's with a company that doesn't really care. I don't know. Very sorry. Very that was
I mean,
very
it does very much.
ranty.
It does very
Sorry.
much feel exactly like.
Yeah.
Feels a lot like they sort of just don't care if, even with the previous, like, TI getting cancelled, which is like the biggest tournament in the world, and yeah, unfortunately we can't do TI, so we'll see you guys next year.
Yeah.
Uh, that's I mean, a lot of people are like, they
Mm,
need this. It's their
yeah.
livelihood. Can't just,
Yeah.
"Oh, sure, why not?" I mean, Valve is a gigantic company, and you
Mm,
if they pull their resources, they can pretty much do anything. I mean,
yeah.
for instance, our biggest competitor in that regard, Riot. Even though I
Mm.
don't like what the company does a lot of the time, uh,
Oh, I mean, especially internally, but let's not talk about that. Anyway, yeah.
they are very good with, as you said, Valorant,
Mm,
League of Legends, of course, obviously. They
yeah.
find ways to make everything work, regardless. So,
Mm.
but
I mean, have you seen Arcane?
I have
Just
not
throwing that
yet
out there.
seen
Okay,
Arcane.
because I don't care about League of Legends, but Arcane, wow, that is art, man. Like, and the music that they do, like League of Legends,
Oh
like all
yeah,
these like champions with their songs and stuff, all this kind of stuff around the game. Like, I don't care about the game, but everything else around it that they do is so high quality and so good. And I'm like, man, like I wish we had a pop band with Dota heroes. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to see that. Maybe I'm the only one. That's
oh
very,
no,
very possible. But
definitely.
I'd love to see that, like imagine them doing something like that. I mean, it could be a big meme as well, to be honest. But
I mean, it
you
is
know,
pretty much same with even though it's another company that I don't like about the internal affairs, but what you had for like the Valorant League, no, the
mm,
not Valorant League, the Overwatch League,
right.
the way they set it up, they actually put like a massive amount of production value into every aspect of it, with like the
Yeah.
crowd, with the scene, with the stage, and all
Yeah.
the different regions. And I just loved to watch the fact that they cared. They just cared a lot.
Yeah.
Then again, they threw Here's with the Storm to the ground and said, "We don't care."
They completely killed esports, their own esports
Yeah.
things. But yes, at some point, they did care. Yeah, I mean, maybe there's gonna be like this big resurgence of Dota. Like maybe this is the year that Valve starts caring. Maybe this is the year. I mean, to be honest, I think that the new player tutorial as well as the Dota anime was a good move. I like the Dota anime. I think season 2 is going to be good as well. It's not, like a perfect anime. It's not like top tier, but it's a good show. Um so I think those things were definitely a step in the right direction. And, maybe this is the year that Valve starts caring. Maybe this is the year that we're going to get so much more content. Um, you know, uh I mean, we didn't expect the anime, did we?
No, that was a very nice surprise.
So,
I mean, there are a couple of things that, of course, they are doing nicely. The battle
yeah.
pass right now with the acronyms, the maze stuff. I
Yeah.
like that part.
I love that.
Having
Yeah.
more season and battle passes and whatnot, or
Mhm.
just at least have some events every once in a while. That already is a step in the right direction. But
Absolutely.
I
It can be
think
so much better.
Valve kind of treat esports as an extra, like that the reason the people are watching the games is something I also read on Twitter, that the reason that people are watching the games for like TI and stuff is because of the game. But that is only a very small part of it. It's the fact, it's the players, the teams,
Mhm.
even the casters out there that they've invested watching thousands of footage of. I've seen all the
Yeah.
streams of like Arteezy and all those guys for years. Well, Arteezy doesn't stream that much, but all those esports professionals, and you just you live a little bit with them. I mean, doesn't love, for instance, Ice. He's like, everyone loves him as just a person, how he is, and would watch anything that he does. And then
Yeah.
add that in a professional setting where they're playing for prizes with the emotions. You see the, OG coming, well, old OG, new OG as well, of course, but
Yeah, yeah.
there's some teams that just brought the passion to the scene. It was about the
Absolutely.
people, and it wasn't necessarily about the game. That is something
Yeah.
that they sometimes tend to forget.
Yeah, I think that's very, very well put actually. That's quite eloquent. But yeah, I mean, like they have managed at TI and stuff and other majors, other tournaments, they've definitely managed to make people care as well. To make people care about the players and to kind of really shine a spotlight on them and to, I mean, they've done so much as funny content over the years, just really highlighting players, highlighting like talent and just absolute silly stuff. Basically anything that Sir Action Slacks is in
Yeah,
comes to
the
mind.
dead Yang strat, that one was
Just
one of my
yeah.
favorite ones.
Yeah, it's really great, and that's also such a huge part of the charm of the whole like Dota esports scene, I guess. Um, but yeah, so we are still currently waiting for the game to start. By the way, for everyone that is wondering what's going on, Just waiting for a few things, and I think we should be starting soon, right?
There's
Probably.
currently a slight delay because, well, I think the Spanish classes are not here just yet, so
Ah.
hopefully they'll be able to join soon enough. That's kind of what we're waiting for. I think they're setting everything up very quickly, but
Mhm.
that shouldn't take too long. Hopefully.
I have a very important question that is totally aligned with the serious topic that we just talked about. And when I say that, you know that it's true. I really wonder, because I think this says a lot about a person. What is your favorite courier?
My favorite courier.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the miniature pudge.
Hmm.
I
Interesting.
love that little.
Interesting.
It's
Yeah, it's a,
fairly cute.
okay.
I just have not checked in like uh I never really look at I like have all my couriers in like a random courier every single
Really?
time and I never really look at them.
Okay, that is also. I mean, that's not even about the courier. That just says so much about you. No, but I think couriers are one of the fun things regarding Dota cosmetics. I think a lot of people are kind of underrating them, and yeah, they do like put them on shuffle. I mean, I have like a favorite courier. I always have a favorite courier. Like it's um I don't even know the name of it. It's a dog, the Shiba Inu dog with the cat that like carries it around.
Yeah, I know which one
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is.
And I mean, imagine having that one and then just putting your couriers on shuffle. Like that. Sorry, but that, yeah,
I mean, I've got
that's a
so many
choice.
great couriers. That's the problem. Got like a ton. I have that, the wiener dog. That one's
Oh,
cute.
that one's good. Okay, that one's actually good. Yeah, I
Got the
love that one.
pudgeling, the little blazing
Mm.
hatchling, which I really love to watch as well. I've got so many different ones that I really, really like, so I just put them on shuffle and see uh which
Yeah.
one pops out every single time.
Yeah, okay, that's also a tactic. What do you think about Red Paw though? Or Blue Paw? Either one of them.
Wait, which one was that?
That's a red panda. The cutesy little red panda. You don't know Red Paw? Okay, well, this is just very important conversation topics. This is for anyone who doesn't know Red Paw, please look him up. He is one of the best careers in this video game. It's a very important item to have. Still waiting on the casters. It seems facing some issues. Not quite sure what issues that is, but gonna be waiting for a little bit. So yeah, so let's actually take a look at what we're going to be watching in a sec. So we talked a little bit about Noping just now because obviously we saw them yesterday. What can you tell us about Infamous? Obviously they are, a known team. But if you look at the matchup coming up, do you have any predictions? Anything regarding outcome or draft or whatever else?
Um, they're not really a team that does some like insane plays. Honestly, they play super meta. The only thing that sometimes you see something slightly off, but for the most part, it's the same old Quap, Bane,
Mm,
Spirit Breaker, Poker that you tend to see in like every game. Snapfire is also one of their favorites out there. So, not any big surprises. Not like you expect a mother pick coming through or anything.
mm-hmm.
I don't think they've even played Brood Mother in quite some time. Then again, it is
Sure.
such a specialist hero that no one plays Brute Mother in a very long time.
Yeah, this is true. Hmm. Okay. I mean, I for one am. I kind of like seeing those kind of specialist heroes.
Well,
It's
I
it's
mean,
always fun to see those kind of heroes that are not quite the standard meta. Like not in your pubs. I don't want to see Broodmother in my pubs, but in these kind of
actually, I
games,
almost
yeah.
always win against Brute Mother these days.
Really?
Leipnir is just so OP against it.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense actually.
Leipnir
Yeah.
actually hard counters the entirety of. But You
Yeah.
actually, well, you used to, and when I'm saying you, I'm of course aiming at the entirety of Liquid. Used to have one of the greatest pocket picking players out there, and that is of course Koikfa, who right now is a streamer. Um,
Yep. True.
but he always used to play a lot of Brood and had one of the best lone druids out there. That was always fun because every team, no matter what the meta was afraid that he'd pick either of the two, and that was just, that's the pocket pick that
Yeah.
makes Dota great.
Yeah, honestly, it is. Being known for specific heroes and teams actually being scared. I am somewhat of a Dota player who plays in tournaments myself at a very low tier. Like I'm not good at this game, but it doesn't matter because I have level 30 axe and I'm good at axe. So every time I play in these like really small amateur competitions, the first thing the enemy always does is they first ban axe every single time. And you know what? I'm never able to play axe in those tournaments. That is sad. On the other hand, feels pretty good. They're afraid of me. They're scared of me. That feels good. you
No,
know what I mean? Like
it's not
me.
necessarily that they're afraid of you, it's that they know that it's going to make it very uncomfortable if you don't get to play axe.
Nah,
Making
they're
it
scared of me,
worse,
man.
making it worse for the weaker players is like the best way to win. Focusing
Nah,
on the
they're scared of
strongest
me.
players is like,
Look,
you're not gonna win if you do that because they've got such a diverse hero pool. They'll play anything, but
you
players
can
like you
talk
and
all
me
you want.
are screwed.
You can talk all you want, but I will see it always as fear. They are scared of me, and I am strong and scary. So, and I think, I think with that, there might be something happening now, right, in the game.
Yep, the game. They are starting the draft, so
Nice.
we'll be heading in right now. At a pretty lengthy intro, but luckily enough, there is some Dota to witness as well. But yeah, I mean, I played not the latest tournament that, of course, you also play, but the one before that, I think. And every single game I played, they just banned Wyvern and Coddle because of that stupid mixture. So I can't ever play it, and I'm like, yeah, why am I even doing this? I have to play Bane. Boom.
I mean, it was actually kind of nice that Axe got banned. Not last season, but the season before that, I got to pick quite a lot of different heroes. I actually, that was the first time I started playing Death Prophet offlane. It's actually pretty fun. I actually, those tournaments teach me a lot about Dota. That's why I keep entering in them, even though we generally lose quite hard. But, learning is good. That's why I play Dota. I want to learn things. I want to get better. And I think that is the charm of this game. Kunkka and Queen of Pain and Nyx and Spirit Breaker. These are all 4 heroes that we've definitely seen a lot.
Yeah, we saw these exact same heroes yesterday as well. So not a big surprise. Nyx, of course, good against both of the enemy heroes. Kunkka, Quap's good against everything. Same with Spirit Breaker. It kind of goes all the way over. I do like the 2 hero picks of like the Nyx and Kunkka being absolutely insane against a Quap Spirit Breaker, but we also did see a Kunkka completely get annihilated by a Quap yesterday.
Yeah, that's true. So you never really know. Yeah, and I mean, kind of standard-ish bans as well. Not something that is too surprising there. I see the Brewmaster ban though. Was there someone on Noping that played Brewmaster? I might have asked this before as well.
Yeah, their offlaner Monster played Broodmaster.
Right. Okay.
Brewmaster, not Broodmaster.
I mean, that is a terrifying combination of heroes if I've ever heard any.
Yeah.
Let's not.
An army of Brewlings.
Oh my god, no thank you. Magnus ban, alright.
The hero. I'm expecting a possible Snapfire as well. Maybe ban, maybe pick. Mind's Arm is always nice. Food in here, but yeah, the Kunkka, of course, flexible, can of course go as a safe lane or a mid lane, depending on what you prefer.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this bet again with you. I think I'm gonna say that this Kunkka's going safe lane.
Okay. I am very quickly first going to check the stats.
No, you're not allowed to check stats. No, that's illegal. No, you're not allowed to do that. You gotta say it now.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a mid.
Okay, all right. We're doing the pride thing again. Let's see if I can win it back.
Yep. Now I'm just quickly going to check if I am going to be correct. Advance, please.
That's so lame. That's really lame.
Hey, I don't like to leave anything to chance.
Yeah, apparently. I see the Tidehunter ban there. They're definitely banning some big, two big team fighting boys. The last two bans. Beastmaster ban on the side of Noping. Okay. Kind of assuming that there might be a good Beastmaster player on Infamous as well. I've not really seen Beastmaster a lot recently. Has he been picked up in like recent pro games?
Recent pro games, I did catch a bit of it. I think Amiga, but that's Ironclad. He's weird, really weird. Played it as a mid with like still the whirling axis, the not whirling axis, other axis, eating axis. I don't know. His
throwy boys.
Yeah, that
right.
Whatever he eats forward, kind of build. And I still do tend to see some off lane versions because Helm of the
5 seconds left.
Helm of the Iron Will.
Yeah.
Or
still strong.
Is still really strong, and in general against the Quap, you know, you get vision of the Quap with the Hawks. You roar, she's dead. Bear Breaker vision is always great to have, and it's just straight up annoying. I do love the Shadow Demon pick. It is honestly one of the most annoying heroes to deal with in the game because it counters so many heroes.
Yeah. Absolutely, in the lane as well, that whole, you know, standing in the bushes and just throwing that shadow poison out there, just, you know, hanging out there, just spamming you. It's very frustrating. I see TA, by the way, TA was banned a lot, right? The last games that we did. I think people were generally a little bit afraid of TA.
10 seconds.
Safe lane TA is really strong lately, and I definitely expect it to be a safe lane TA in this game unless they're gonna do some really weird Quap things. But yeah, in general, fairly tough to deal with because side blades, pure damage, you can harass nastily with that. The only downside with TA in the safe lanes, of course, you tend to push out the lanes a lot, but with the Treant as your actually could even be a Spirit Breaker 5 for that matter, but they got some beastie boys to pretty much guard her at any turn.
Yeah, I mean, what I really like about TA, to be honest, is that, you know, silence and then the teleporting to the traps and stuff with like the Ags and the shard, and it's like it's actually crazy at some point. Like she's terrifying. She terrifies me.
And yet, barely anyone ever gets that Ags. And that is the most disappointing part of all. They're like, oh, I'll get Bling Dagger, but Ags is a global blink that only has a second cast time, and you can do it while they're hitting you. It is literally the best thing in the world.
We found another frustration. We got the Hand of Midas. We got alright, nice. We got another one. Darkseer, by the way. Runny boy. Good decent team fight. Yeah, what do you think about Darkseer here?
I mean, Darkseer Nyx Assassin lane destroys the TA. Probably going to be a Treant 5, Spirit Break 4 in that regard, but you get the Iron Shells on the Darkseer, and the Nyx Assassin means the refraction charges are gone in no time. And if they get on top of you, TA is not a hero that has any mobility, and the entire survivability relies on just the Iron of the refraction charge. If you get rid of them, she's kind of an easy target. Plus, the illusion of TA is gonna destroy TA / her team, so the vacuum wall is great. The combo with the Kunkka is absolutely wonderful, and one of the greatest things about the Darkseer is that he has an anime normal punch, which is a combination, of course, of
5 seconds left.
Doctor Strange, where, you know, bald woman yeets someone out of his body, and Saitama, which of course, you know, my head is bald as well, so I respect him.
Yeah, One Punch Man is actually great though. That's a great anime. Like,
first season, second season was
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I like the concept of it. Very good. Yeah, Treant protected on that side. Night Stalker ban. Okay.
Pretty hard to deal with for the Shadow Demon Darkseer. You get on top of him. It's just also another hero that is mainly annoying. Not necessarily like super strong, but very annoying.
10 seconds.
So you're living in a world where they need to pick a safe laner,
5
right?
seconds
On the
left.
side of Infamous. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
and you're living in the world where they need to pick a mid lane. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think Noping agrees with you.
Of course
With your
they do.
assessment here. I think I might lose this round as well. But I keep hope. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, so far I really like Infamous's draft actually. Not specifically that I'm gonna give you this big lengthy analytical explanation of why it would be better than the other, but just saying that I think that draft is
Hey, they're
cool and I
back.
think that
Good for
draft is
you.
fun. That's about it.
Dyer's
Cool
turn to
and
ban.
fun. That's the reason
Yeah.
why they do it.
Yeah.
Anything.
Absolutely. Cool and fun are the reasons why people do most things, right?
Oh yeah, otherwise
Am I
Thompson
wrong?
would have never played the game.
there we go.
It was all just cool and fun.
Cool and fun, exactly. See, I know a
10
lot about life.
seconds.
Not about Dota, but about life.
Radiant's turn to
Sand
pick.
King ban there, so they're definitely thinking that it's going to be an offlaner, which I mean, yeah, Spiritbreaker could still be 3, I guess, right? But he could also
Wait.
be support.
I believe in the Spirit Breaker. I know.
Yeah, but they
Actually,
seem to
this is a
think-
terrible game for
10
Spirit Breaker.
seconds.
Ben Shadow Demon.
I think that's maybe why they.
5 seconds
And
left.
even the Nick. But then again, hey, what do we know? Well,
Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, I wonder. So this might be okay. This might be a 3 then. Which
Dyer's
3s are
turn
left? I
to
mean, they
pick.
banned a lot of 3s actually.
oh, it's
nope.
gonna be an offlane, but or unless we're gonna get to see that old holy Oracle mid. That who was that again? That played? I think that was
Wait, that was a thing.
yeah, from Tundra.
Oh, no.
I think 9 played that once in a pro match.
10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. No one in chat can see it, but I see the disgust in her face,
5
and that
seconds left.
right there, that face.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got destroyed.
Oracle mid. Yeah, it's. I mean. Oh shit. Mm.
I mean, I like the fact that he, of course, invents new mids. Did bring the Winter Wyvern mid, which
Yes.
actually pissed
that
me
was
off because that destroyed like Wyvern and a whole new level by nerfing every ability.
good. Yeah.
So I can't play it on the support anymore.
That was scary though. Winter Wyvern mid was actually terrifying. Because like I think the first times that kind of happened like in my pubs is like you're kind of underestimating her because you're like, oh, it's a Wyvern mid, it's a support hero, okay. But then
Choose your
she
hero.
just wrecks you, completely wrecks you. Yeah, Kunka's mid. All right, there we go again.
Well, there's the safe lane PL, of course. Feed me all that beauty right there, because I win my prediction again on who's going to be where the Kunkka is heading. So, a lot of illusions coming out from the Infamous lineup. Shadow Demon, Darkseer, PL. And honestly, Noping have very little that they can do against the PL. They've got the big charge, and they've got the Quap ulti. That's about it. Sideblades possibly as well, but it depends really on how the PL handles himself, and you can get out of the roots from the Oracle and Treant with Manta style. So this is a superb PL game.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I think what I really like about PL is that you can
5
kind of at some
seconds
point
left.
reach a point where you don't really have to be in fights anymore yourself. You can kind of stand outside of the fights a little bit in the sense that you just throw a whole bunch of illusions in there, just throw a Q in there, and it just kind of happens. And that's great.
Yep, because that's the kind of heroes that you want in the game. They have zero risk to themselves, and they can kill your entire team. A la,
Exactly.
Arc Warden. Who doesn't like playing against an Arc Warden with bots, Silver Edge, and your support walking to the side lane thinking, oh, I can grab 200 gold right here. Then, boom, dead. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Or Lone Druid with an Aghanim Scepter. Oh, yeah, sure. I can't play this game anymore. Nice.
These all sound like very personal stories, very emotional stories.
Dota is one gigantic personal, emotional story.
That is true. That is true. Gotta say though, this TA looking cool. I don't even know what set it is, but it looks really cool. Look at that. Look at that Naruto run that she's doing as well.
What, the
Very
floating?
nice. No, she's doing. She's
Oh, for me,
has
she
her
was just
arms back.
floating. Her feet were
Oh.
not leaving the floor.
Oh,
Just
really? Oh,
literally
that's
just
sad.
sliding through.
Oh, okay. For me, she was like Naruto running, so okay, that's kind of sad.
Is
All
on
right,
board.
too bad. I missed out on
We are
that.
not so different.
Is
my
this a
enemies
level
and I.
30?
Bad
You
luck
don't have to
battle.
He is
decide.
much larger.
Is this a level 30 Darkseer?
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, well.
I think that's level 30 at least.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Step lively.
Okay.
At least higher than
Um,
25.
Yeah, I love it. Love it. Hero spammers. Let's go. Let's go hero spammers. Nice.
What is the most... How many games have you played on app?
I think it's about 850-ish.
Holy... no idea.
Yeah.
I'm very-
I love the boy.
Quickly checking my most played hero, 280 Wyvern.
Yeah, I like Axe, you know, what can I say? It's a fun hero. He's fun, he just runs around, he chops you. You can annoy the enemy team so well. And in my skill bracket, they still underestimate Axe. You know, they think that at lower levels they can kind of just farm a wave. And I can just kind of stand in the wave and have my passive leveled and just kind of hang out and kill them.
You're a trust
So it's
Yeah,
great.
I don't
It's-
have
it's
any
good.
friends on my level anymore. All my friends continue playing while I was busy, you know, casting, and now they're all
Yeah.
like top 2,000 immortals, and
Oh
queue
my
time
God.
takes too long.
Yeah.
Horn blows, the
I cannot
blood
relate,
flows.
but yeah, I feel for you.
I mean, it's
Friends are
sometimes
too
fun.
good.
I'm always hovering around Divine 1 to Divine 3, and then I play
Mm-hmm.
Divine 1 with one friend who's Divine 3, and we play with, like, our team has 2 top 200 immortal players in it, and we're like, why are we in this game? This makes no sense. They're like 4,000 MMR above us.
Oh my god. I mean, those games can be fun though. It's such a clown fiesta, and those games have their charm. If
Yeah.
you're not the one specifically
Unless they
getting
then
skulled.
pick, like, a Tinker or an Arc Warden, and then
Right,
immediately
yeah.
at the start of the game, the only thought in my mind is, this is just not going to be fun. This entire
Get me
game
out.
is not going to be fun.
Yeah, the get me out sentiment. I've definitely experienced that. This Darkseer took a lot of damage here though. He's probably gonna be fine, but
Dropping low.
oh, is he though? Oh, this Oracle doing.
Actually
trying to
trying to
bait
pull him
him.
back. Oh,
Serves you right, stupid.
that is
Oh my.
ballsy. But in comes Michael. Creep pull. Sacred's gonna heal up quickly, so back to the Raspia. Yeah, taking a lot of damage from these ion shells. He needs to disengage himself. Herself. Itself.
Whatever.
Oh, Treant actually takes a lot of damage from his own illusions. So nice.
Oh,
In the mid lane, and Logan alone. Was very low. I don't know how Alone missed that whip. Wouldn't have killed Analog at all, but
Step lively now.
okay.
You're
Sometimes this game is weird. Especially
an
when
awkward angle.
you're looking at punches. That never ceases to amaze me. Where you're like, that hook can never hit me, and then you see yourself flying. That hook is 100% gonna hit me, and then it just flows right through you.
Yeah, it's always rigged. That's how I see it. Always rigged. Never in favor of me. What is... Alright, this TA is doing alright now. Some distraction coming in a little bit from Oracle, trying to hover around that Nyx. But yeah, Darkseer is definitely a very annoying hero to lane against. Can dish out quite a lot of damage over time there with those ion shells. So, you know, this TA definitely has to stay on her toes at least a little bit. I don't think she's too scared yet, but it can definitely turn into a bad situation there.
One big plus, though, is the fact that Oracle can dispel with his Fortune's End. Getting rid of nuisances, for the most part, is great to deal with. And, of course,
Well done.
bursting down those Ion Shell creeps quickly with the TA to make sure doesn't take any damage. And the biggest advantage is that TA doesn't push the lane automatically because they do it themselves. Right now,
Yep.
taking a lot of damage though from that next assassin iron shell.
I saw that in this last hit. I will judge.
I don't think I've ever played an Oracle game.
Same. It's one of the heroes I've never played.
I'm not even like confident in trying to touch it though. Mid lane is going to be first blood secured
And have fun.
by Anlog, who honestly has been taking a beating alone, even though alone, you know, same big kills and whatnot, but he was already forced to TP back to base, and he's been fairly annoyed in that mid lane.
Yep. Yeah, it was a very, she's very, very low, and she's in, I guess, a little bit of a dangerous situation. Doesn't have any bottle charges. Is Kunka going top now for that water room?
Lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Plays it well.
No, they killed them, yeah! The candle thingy from like,
Oh, that's from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. I would kill him, not gonna lie.
what?
I'm sorry. That character is so annoying.
More annoying than the
Okay,
clock?
I'm not gonna say he deserves death. That sounds horrible. I'm not like that. I'm not that kind of person. But I am not a fan. Spirit Breaker engaging here on this Shadow Demon, getting that courier, that Lumiere courier there. He's gonna be able to do something with it. He is gonna charge right under the tower there, and he's gonna get the kill on the Shadow Demon. Yes, he is, with a little bit of extra damage coming in from this tree amp, but this tree amp dies for that as well.
Rip the trees. Save the trees.
A sad day for
What is
trees.
it? Save the, no, it's Save the Seas this year. Or whatever, you know. The YouTube
what?
stuff. No, there's like,
Ah, right.
You
Yeah,
know-
they're saving the sea. They're like taking trash out of the sea.
yeah.
That's good. That's good. We like that. That's good. Well done.
I
don't know
remember
exactly what's
watching
going
a
on, but well
video
done.
like ages ago of where they went to like the deepest part in the ocean in that brow in, I don't know where it is, but they finally got something to go to the deepest part, so they have a visual of, you know, a place that they've never gone before. And then they look at the bottom of the ocean and they see a plastic bag.
Yeah, that's very sad, honestly. Is this Nick gonna die? Oh, he is. Oh, that was a really good move by this Oracle as well with this Fortune in. Just a little bit of burst damage, and then that one click coming in from this TA, who is a hero not to be messed with. That is quite sure. But yeah, it's honestly, I mean, you know, yeah, the climate and the seas are all messed up. We've ruined this earth. What else is new?
And now they've ruined Dota as well.
Yeah, you know, we can't have nothing here. You know, we're not allowed to have anything.
Anlog is spotted though. Jumping in, Sonic Wave, Lumiere, his candle gets blown out again. The PL. They have no counter for the PL, but honestly, if they make sure that he just has nothing, then they don't care. I mean, look at Sacred on the Dark. He's got terrible farm.
I mean, don't need to counter it if you can just make sure that he doesn't exist, right? So, yeah, I mean, he's died twice now, so that's not great for them. This tower's going down as well. It just looks like he might have to just retreat to the jungle and try and stay a little bit more safe there, because it seems like lane is a bit too dangerous for him.
Going on the
Luckily,
Kunkka as
Shadow
well.
Demon is stacking. Sorry.
Yeah, low on the Kunkka needs to catch up as well. It's gonna be a pretty tough game for Infamous. We've seen them come back from, well, we've seen some interesting games yesterday, so honestly at this point, everything is possible. If you just
Yeah.
believe in the heart of the card, Yugi.
Absolutely. This is those are words to live by. Big fight going on here though. I think Shadow Demon is gonna
Yep.
die for that. Whoa.
Almost. Eat.
You set sail.
That's a great
Come
way
on.
for Lone to catch up. Continuing the chase. Wants to, but too far away.
No X marks, no nothing. I mean, that was support for a mid. Generally, definitely in favor of Infamous here. Ooh, this tree's coming back in. Is he gonna die this time though? This Kunkka's trying again to go for this tree, ruining the climate. Well done, getting the kill finally. But the Spirit Breaker is not very happy with that. Ults him and kills him as well. That is a support for mid. We've seen that just now, but now it's the other way around.
Not too shabby of a game. We've got ourselves a decent amount of fights already. Tier 1 tower top lane has been pushed. RDO is just pretty much AFK farming the bottom lane. I guess Dragonland's done. Yes, indeed. Second in net worth because Analog is still first. Looking very solid. Going for the Kaya Sanj. Unsurprisingly. Where's it Sanj Kaya?
I don't know.
Kaya Sanj.
Kaya Sanj. Okay. Does it matter? I mean...
It matters.
You get the point. Everyone gets the point.
It only goes one way.
Fair enough. Is Oracle getting called out though? Or is he? Yes, he is.
Not much that you can do without your ulti available.
These TAs in a little bit of hot water. No, they're not going to continue there in the jungle.
It's surprising to me that they don't have big, fat, juicy stacks for the TA. Like, their ancients haven't been stacked at all. And you really need big stacks if you want to accelerate the TA's farm. Not that it's bad. I mean, he's doing a really good job in farming. But while you're walking in that direction anyway, you might as well stack it once, twice, 4 times. Not like it can get stolen that easily.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, they have Kunkka, right?
Who's gonna get jumped? Well, might just have had Kunkka. Sonic Wave pushes him back in the loving embrace of the rest of no ping. Kill comes through and might just turn their attention towards the tier 1 tower in mid. 10 minutes have been reached. Tombs have been bought. Yeah, that's most of the time where the fun comes in. Finally get the level 6 on the supports.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean they've you know, Shadow Demon has definitely been stacking a little bit for this PL, but it's a
PL.
Like
it's not really good at staking stacks. That's the only downside.
Yeah, and then meanwhile on the other side they just haven't really been doing that much, but their supports seem to have just other priorities.
Step lively now.
X
Your
mark.
admiral is on board.
Aha! Spooked him.
Oh. Pause coming in.
The South American pause. I'm saying South American, but it happens in every. But normally it tends to be a lot more in South America. You know, even though their countries situated on the same continent, there's a gigantic difference between like the Argentinian and the Brazilian servers and the Peruvian servers. And I think they're playing on Peruvian?
Okay. I didn't realize there was such a big difference between that. Starkseer is gonna die. The Spirit Breaker mid is getting caught out here by Lumiere.
Oh, they're playing on the Brazilian.
Chasing him. Chasing him, gets disrupted. He managed to get out though, but the rest of the team comes in as well here. The Shadow Demon dies for it. There's double damage on this Whoop. They're going for this Kunkka. 3 heroes on this Kunkka. Kunkka dies here as well. They tried to engage a good fight here from the side of Infamous, but it got turned around on them pretty quickly, and it looks like they might be able to take this mid tower and put a little bit of pressure while not take it, but like some pressure, you know, get some of that in there. TP coming in though. Are you gonna be able to do anything about it?
Vacuum wall impale, very nice combo if they get it off. Looks like that's exactly what they want to do. Complete whiff coming out from Michael. Vacuum. What is this? Was as bad as it could ever have gone. And Monster, okay, he's gonna get false promise, should be able to disengage safely as well and not die in the process. But this was actually like very close to a decent setup, and everyone tripped over their laces and fell flat on their face.
Yeah, they were actually pretty close to pulling that off. Just not quite. Big stack here for Kunkka.
Look good.
Well, he's going for the armlet.
Very happy.
Solid build. Sorry, not the armlet, but the Heaven's Halberd. Against a TA Quap, it's just in general superb. Both of them range zero, so it's an 5-second disarm. Even against the Spirit Breaker, it's pretty nice. Make sure that you don't get bashed unlocked, which tends to happen to anyone, except when I play him.
Obviously, that's the charm of a Spirit Breaker. It's what's the bash chance again? 17%, except for when you're playing it. Then
It
it's 2.
heals like the salt sea air.
Ha!
It is a common
That
fact.
is it too. No. Ever get a bash? I only get a bash when the Valve algorithm says there's literally no other chance than not to bash right now.
Bottom tower needs a
Yeah,
hand.
exactly. They're really stretching that. Kunka happily farming away. Cobb is still
Michael?
top of net worth.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Michael
attack.
gets himself into Vendetta in time. Quap didn't actually have dust on him, so Nick's assassin disengages, just barely stays alive. Also tanked the smoke. Both sides know exactly what's going on, but it's only a 2k net worth lead. It's not the end in the world. Lumiere building up that Manta style, so you know the PL becomes very dangerous later on. It's even with the Manta style, he still is gonna need like a heart or an Iascati just to stay alive in the team fights, because Sonic Wave is already kind of enough to almost push him over the edge.
Sorry, it's gonna go down here though. It might be even
Radiant's
9, but
bottom
it's
tower
not. He's
needs a
gonna go for that.
hand. Dire's middle
A
tower
little
is
bit too
falling.
dangerous. He's definitely aware that almost the entirety of the enemy team is there, so this bug is
Radiant's
gonna stay in
bottom
the
tower
trees.
is under attack.
Bottom tower
Dire
taken as
scanning for
well
enemies.
by Lumiere. Oh,
Radiant
or is
structures
it?
are fortified.
Are they gonna be able to? No, they're not gonna be able to defend that. 40, but it's definitely didn't look like they wanted to do anything with that.
So far, Hoping got most of the map control. However, Infamous jumping into the Radiant jungle, looking for a fight themselves with that Heaven's Halberd. Of course, is a pretty solid time to try and find the engagement. Yell doesn't really want to join until he gets his man style, because Overgrowth kind of completely destroys his entire team fight. Okay, Death So Done means Roche capabilities have just opened up for Noping by quite a big margin.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Lumiere is slowly gaining in on this this TA though. That is definitely good to see. They're almost equal in farm right now. Looks like they want to go for an engagement here. Kind of both teams are kind of hovering a little bit. Yeah, smoke coming in here on the side of Infamous. They are gonna be able to engage on this Quap, or are they? It seems like they don't really want to. They want to go on this tree and instead.
They know that it feels like a bait. They don't want to make the mistake, but they're in the pit right now. Roshan walks out. They spot it out. Michael in the area as well. Theolagor X mark. The Treant is going to get caught for the time being.
For a queen.
Yell's not joining anytime soon. Yeah, he just wants to continue farming. Actually doesn't want to finish up his Manta. He's going to go for the heart instead. But yeah, this is looking to be a fairly long Roche standoff. Deep noping in that area while Lumiere continues his farming frenzy. So actually, they're going to continue the fight. Danlock takes a lot of damage. X-Mark, Ghost Ship, not going to connect on anything. That's a big cooldown to use on the side of Infamous.
Yeah, it's just this awkward song and dance right now around the Roche pit.
Answer, bottom lane. I don't know what,
Oh,
why he, okay. I guess he wanted to deal with the PL, but once your mana get drained on a Bara, you kind of can't do anything anymore against PL.
yeah, he definitely thought that he was a little bit stronger versus the PL than he actually was. So he immediately got a tip as well from Lumiere. And basically saying, nice try, kid. Nice try. Another pause. Some more internet problems. I don't know what's going on. Let's have a look at the situation right now. This PL is top net worth. He's definitely been farming up a storm. Just got the kill as well, of course, on the Spirit Breaker. So right now, he's yeah, he climbed to the top of the net worth.
RDO, of course, did not get any stacks from his teammates. did hamper his farm quite a decent amount, and not being able to take Roche is a big problem for Noping, because that kind of was their timing to try and take over the map again. And even though they slightly have the net worth, this PL, if he gets out of control, if he gets too big, they have no way of controlling a fat PL on the side of Noping. Their real goal is make sure that they win this game by 30 minutes. And right now that's slowing down significantly.
I really don't want to deal with that PL this
Catch onto Affliction. Nether Strike onto Alone. Make that a double catch. Ghost Ship, however, makes him very survivable. Buyback coming through. Alone is still not dead just yet. He's got himself the heals to work with. Turns it around. There's Lumiere joining the fight. Jumps for it. Monster going for the charge, but he is heavily slowed. Will he be able to disengage? Not really. Vacuum drags him back as well. The kill comes through. It's going to be a 1-for-1. Yes, a buyback forced out. It was a Spirit Breaker dead, and they're looking for more because Michael's on the chase. KJ being hunted down and trying to root/slow the PL. How much can you keep him at bay? Even finds himself a bounty rune in the process and turns his attentions to Ancients immediately. He knows he can be fat.
That Kunkka, that was really cutting it close. Love to see that. They really thought they had him at multiple times during that start of the fight, but they just couldn't quite get him. Looks like they're gonna be taking middle tower here.
Big fat strength hero with evasion, Ghost Ship heal, of course, the damage reduction, and then the support of his teammates coming in. Really hard to kill him, Michael. The Meteor Hammer coming through. Analog Quap gets the jump away. Everyone needs to be careful here because they take down the tier 1 tower mid, and that opens Roosh on completely. The only plus side is the tier 1 tower's top is still there. But now they have to be careful on Noping's side that PL doesn't take Roche himself.
It looks like they're gathering a little bit in that area again. Looks like Noping probably wants to start trying to take that Roche as well quite soon. But for now, this TA is happily farming along. Not sure if she's gonna be able to catch up to this PL anymore though, but we'll see.
Blink Dagger can at least try and get on the back line. If you get the Shadow Demon, that would be a huge pick without a buyback available. Assassin's also nice because he does have that Meteor Hammer, which is fairly annoying.
Fairly annoying, yes.
I mean, it's still a
Very.
Meteor Hammer. It takes forever to get ready. But if you hunt in the tree in the enemy backline, you could pretty much possibly solo kill the orb.
What's the channel time?
2.5 seconds, I think.
Dire's top tower is about to be
That's-
Radiant's top rubble.
Okay, so if you do Impale and then Meteor Hammer, they should be stunned. If they don't have any items that give them, like, status resistance, right?
Dire's bottom tower is under
Technically.
No, because there's 0.15% time in between. Because it's 2.5 seconds cast, but then 0.5 seconds drop. So it's 3 seconds of stun that you need. So there's a tiny gap, and in
Yeah.
that situation, Oracle could possibly pop False Promise on himself.
Yeah. If he has very fast fingers, then absolutely. They're gonna hunt this Oracle. Oracle.
Well, he's gonna get caught, and you can't do anything if you're stun locked, so that's a big plus. Also, the Darkseer's got the Blink Dagger, which I really like to see. You see a lot of Darkseers go for, like, you know, Ags, plus Lotus Orb, plus Guardian Greaves, and then they never get Blink Dagger, but having that ready against the TA and Pop if they're standing next to each other is
Radiant's
pretty
middle
big.
tower's not feeling the love.
Yeah, definitely going for the engagement and stuff as well. I also love to see Blink Daggers. I think Blink Daggers is generally a very good item. I think you can build it on so many heroes.
I mean, to a degree. I sometimes do think that, you know, some teams go for like 2-3 Blink Daggers at the same time, and then you spend 4 to 6k net worth in 3 items that give 0 stats. Then you have a team fight and you realize, oh, we actually can't, like, fight because we just
Blink's
die.
always worth.
Nope,
Blink's
it's
worth.
not always worth. It's like Hanamitis. Sometimes it's worth, but if everyone goes for it, it's not worth.
Roche is gonna get taken by.
They only find Theo the Core though. They're trying to steal it. Star's coming forward. Monster. Can they lock him down? There is a wall to be placed on the Grave onto Affliction. They're trying to kill off the Shadow Demon, but with the support of the Darkseer behind it, Shadow Demon disrupts himself, doesn't want to die. Wall gets placed, Analog on the run. Gets the blink to safety. Affliction will get the TP back as well. But Sacred gives him the old tat on the back, and kill secured. Roshan's going to be pretty tough to yoink away right now, and that's going to be the Aegis in hands of Infamous, who are pretty solid in control right now.
Yeah, absolutely. This PL is definitely decently farmed right now, top of net worth, and the Aegis as well. Spooky! A spooky cat! That is what he is right now.
Spooky cat?
Yeah, he's a cat, right?
Is he really? I've never even...
Excuse me? What? Yeah, he's a cat. What do you mean, really?
Maybe a lion? But I need to read the lore.
A lion is also a cat.
Oh, it's a family of a cat. It's not a cat. A cat is a house animal.
Right. No. I mean, that's not a good definition, because if I put an animal in a house, then technically it's a house animal. I could do that with a lion. Well, I couldn't, but someone could. So I think your definition is very wrong. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. It is a feline.
Domesticated animal,
Okay.
and lions are not domesticated.
Okay, that's fair. A feline hero. There.
Okay, that
works.
seems more. Okay, I can live with that.
But calling him cat is just more fun. You know what I mean? Like, sounds more fun. In any case, he is scary. No matter what you call him, no matter what, if he's a cat or not, he's a very spooky boy. This Meteor Hammer getting some work as well here. Are they gonna be able to get that tower? Probably, but mid though. Big fight happening mid here.
Getting held in place, still healing up, trying to stay alive. Help me, team! Will eventually die, and Analog just walks away. But they did lose a tier 2 in the meantime.
Team?
Team? Hello, team?
Team?
Oh, Analog, team?
Dice. Coop dice for that though, so that is
Bad team, 100%.
That's not on Coop, that's on the team. It's always on the team. Except when other people say it and I'm part of that team. It's on them personally. Spirit Breaker, just trying to see if he can maybe help defend it a little bit. Fortify coming in as well. This PL is just kind of on their high ground now though, and he still has his Aegis for at least 2.5 minutes. He's just going to be clicking this tower. He does a decent amount of damage, and it doesn't really look like they can stop him that well at this moment.
It's in the trees. We'll be able to get away. Oh no, vacuum back. Chase coming in. But yeah, they're slowly but surely just taking the top set of racks, which honestly, with the charge away from the Bara towards mid, is not too surprising. Though Monster, he's trying to cut the creep wave, still being chased in the process. There's the anime punch, and Monster will be ticking down, coming in with that normal punch.
Killing spree.
They find a kill onto Michael in return, but Lumiere, he's just chilling on the high ground, full HP, full mana. How are you gonna touch him? Oh, Sacred's playing really well. I mean, it's a level 30 Darks here, so yeah. But,
you would hope so. At that point, you would hope so. Yes.
I like the combo of vacuum on the trees to pull the tree end back, and then punching him all the way further. That's neat.
It must be satisfying for him, you know? That must feel very satisfying.
You're confident enough in how you play a hero that you... It's you know, it's one of those things as well where you see an Earth Spirit. At least I see an Earth Spirit, and I'm like, I can't believe, like, they have full control over everything they do. I play Earth Spirit, and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Stuff is flying everywhere. I don't know where all my stone remnants are.
That is very relatable. I had to play him for a cavern at some point, like in a previous battle pass. Those were the worst moments of my life. It was horrible. I hated it. I wanted it to be over so bad. I think I just gave up at some point. I think I just left it alone.
I still have that, you know, all hero challenge thing that I'm at like level 7 or something. And I only need to get myself a meatball win, though Sacred's gonna get caught out. They find a big kill, and the Aegis is about to expire, though. 18 seconds. They will lose a second set of racks. Luckily enough, tier 2 tower is still standing at the bottom. Charging forward, going for the backline, find all the supports. Affliction dropping very low. Will they be able to get the kill? He disrupts himself to stay out of the fight for now. Overgrowth comes through. Affliction still on the run. Will be taken down in the end, but Lumiere's Aegis gets popped, and this is the time to try and take him down, or so they think. Analog takes too much damage in the process, and the TA can't really man-fight the PL at this stage, trying to find everyone else, but currently RDO is going to get control locked. PL's not even focusing the TA. It's just keeping away to safety because Lumiere rather kills the trees. Sadistic.
Oh my god, this PL, he is
In charge of
he
courier?
is becoming unstoppable.
Comes Dyer's plucky little courier. Oops,
I did
it's
not
him.
even know you could charge a courier.
That was
Oh
unreal.
Wait,
wait,
you can charge a... Huh?
he just charged
Wait, are
the
you sure?
courier. I saw him charge and kill a courier.
Interesting. I didn't know that either. That is useful info.
Oh, that's because he has the Aghanim Scepter, and then it pierces magic immunity, which every courier has.
Oh, that is very interesting. I never realized that, actually.
You're an axe player. You're literally one of the only heroes that can actually deal with a courier. The old
Yeah, no,
gun.
I mean... Oh yeah, but I never really, you know, realized that interaction of Spirit Breaker with, you know... It's, I think it's quite clever. It's good things to know. Spirit Breaker, speaking of, he's charging into this Kunkka, but quickly becoming invisible, using a Shadow Blade and walking away. He's trying to start a fight, realizes, oh, this man's is big. Gotta get out.
Yeah, Lumiere, you know, added a butterfly on top. Next item's gonna be a blink
Why not?
dagger, because okay, because every, you know, blink dagger on every hero is amazing.
Absolutely, it is. Thank you. I'm so happy that you like my contributions to this world of Dota. Ooh, this Whoop is just jumping into the backline here with a BKB popped, trying to desperately to get a few kills because she knows that the situation right now is very dire.
Very dire for the Radiant. Haha! That joke hasn't been made 50 million times. Sonic Wave comes through. They get pushed back. RDO knocked down. Will be false promise to keep him alive with the BKB pop. Gets the blink back towards the fountain, but Lumiere is here to just, you know, clean everything up with the sacred light that is fire.
Absolutely, and they're just wrecking these racks now on bottom, just clicking. They are living in the base right now of no ping. And they've just shrunk the map completely. This Pop is still attempting to do a few things. She has to really try and get out now, though. She's just trying to jump into the back line and get some pickoffs to at least stall the game a little bit, but it's just not quite working out for her. It's too far gone, and GG gets called by no ping.
It's only in the end a 14k net with lead, but honestly, like, it feels like they were 30k behind because this PL was uncontrollable and insane. The last pick comes in clutch, and it is a curveball that No Ping did not expect to come through. Definitely should have probably, you know, found an answer to beforehand.
Yeah.
This was obviously a big problem in their draft. They couldn't deal with kind of any illusion or a creep-based hero coming out.
Yeah, it's they definitely made a valiant effort here. They definitely tried, but it just didn't quite work out for them. This PL is definitely just a scary hero, honestly. And if you just let him do his thing for too long, then good luck trying to stop him.
But of course, that is only the first in this best of two. It does mean that Infamous, of course, take the first one in their favor, but Noping have a chance to still tie up this series. Will they be able to get it done? We'll have to wait and see if in game number 2. We'll be back after a short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another round of the Bitsler Cup. My name is Deacon Truman, and I am again joined by the lovely Sparks. Well, Sparks, we had a first game being played. Give us that brief, quick recap.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw a game, obviously Infamous versus Noping. Infamous took the win there. They had this PL that got a lot of farm, and at some point he was too big and too dangerous for Noping to deal with. So sadly, they lost that one. Quite curious to see what they're going to pick this time. I see some familiar bans there and 2 familiar picks. I see Bane now, though. We haven't seen that one yet.
The Bane pickup is always, well, currently is very nice. However, the immediate Shadow Demon pickup is a hard counter to the Bane. For the most part, you save anyone who gets caught. Kind of like what an OD would do, which has been also banned out by Infamous. Kunkka, I mean, Kunkka is just all round still a very nice hero. Safe lane, off lane, mid lane. You flex it all over the place. So I definitely really like to see where it's going this time.
I think it's going safe lane. I think it's going safe lane.
Okay, I think it's going mid lane.
Alright, here we go again. Back to this again. Magnus pickup. Yeah, I love to see that. Team fight potential, very nice. Yeah, so far, not a lot to say yet. Brewmaster ban again. That is interesting.
It's a hero that they sometimes play on the side of Infamous, but not... sorry, on the side of... Wait, what? Yeah, no, on the side of Noping. Sorry, I got very confused.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily pick it up that much, or like they've played it twice in the last month, with reasonable degree, but they play for the same amount of Tide, Mars, and whatnot, and it really is a specific hero in that regard. Magnus, however, is one that they play a lot of. Treant is one of their most played heroes out there. Quap, of course, obviously. IO.
Yeah.
Decent heroes in that regard. Noping, so I am quick on who tends to play the Magnus. I'm gonna check it out. Not that, of course, it's gonna change anything in our little prediction game. I know that I'm correct.
Right, yeah, of course, you know that. Yeah, I mean, Noping obviously doesn't want to deal with a Quop, doesn't want to deal with a TA, really. TA pretty strong, and then the Tidehunter ban on the side of Infamous. Definitely don't want that big team fighty fish boy in there. Because obviously Noping still needs to pick an offlaner, so Tidehunter's a pretty decent ban, I would say, because he's a good boy, good offlaner, very nice. Timbersaw ban. All right.
Timbersaw is just in general more and kind of the same like a Brewmaster, more annoying than anything. It's not like it's super powerful, but you can definitely get lane domination coming through. And of course, if you want to flex this Kunkka into that safe lane, you definitely don't want a strength hero like Kunkka to deal with the Timbersaw, because you can't do much against that hero. All in all, always a solid choice. And I like the Tide banned out because, well, the armor reduction currently in this patch is actually really insane.
Yeah, I mean, Tidehunter is generally, I mean, you know, I feel like it's one of those heroes where even when he gets like nerfed or it's not his patch, I mean, that ultimate is still going to be good. You know, I've seen him picked up as a support as well sometimes. I'm not sure if that's a thing that is also reflected in actual pro games. This was like 2 years ago or whatever. But I just feel like, you know, a good Ravage is just very valuable.
Diner's turn to pick.
And it's, of course, you know, the old classic staple. The threat of the Ravage is more important than the Ravage itself.
It's all mind games, you know. That's what Dota is all about as well. It is just the mind games. And Mars being banned there on the side of Noping. There, I mean, I mean, they have Magnus now. Do you think Noping thinks that Magnus is not going to be offlane?
I mean, that's also a beauty of Magnus. It is also a reasonably flexible hero that can go into multiple lanes. In that regard, if I am not mistaken, I mean, you can put it in the safe mid off lane if necessary, but I assume it's just going to be the off lane choice here. Snapfire and Tusk. So now I'm getting fairly confused. Tusk off lane, I guess. Snapfire 4, Bane 5, Magnus mid.
Oh, right, yeah. I was like, no, Magnus is gonna be 3, but then I realized they had a Bane as well. I don't know.
5 seconds.
I don't know, but I'm gonna let them surprise me, which is fun. I think it's interesting. Always love to see Tusk. Good hero. Snapfire. I mean, we love Snapfire. We don't have to talk about that a lot. We just, Snapfire is good. We love Snapfire.
Snapfire is like, it was one of my favorites, but that was kind of when his ult was super OP. And now it's reasonably OP.
Yeah, it's just still very good. Just to harass in lane is very annoying to deal with as well. Cookie, well-timed Cookie. It's just definitely an annoying hero to deal with. So definitely just a decent support hero.
5 seconds remain.
I like the Beastmaster choice as well. Spitbreaker obviously is surprising that he stayed in it for so long and didn't get banned out earlier. But yeah, in general, the Beastmaster gives you all that vision across the map, which is superb to have. Very solid to survive in the laning stage, especially against the Bane. If Bane walks out one moment, cores are enough to kill him.
Yeah.
And the fact that they still have a last pick choice on no ping side means that they still can adjust it to the Skunka being a safe or a mid, though most of the time RDO is more of a heavy farming core player, so I don't really know if he practiced the safe lane that much.
5 seconds remain.
Then again, we don't know what they're doing on their alts.
I'm just gonna keep predicting the same thing, and I'm gonna be wrong, but that's okay. That's okay.
I mean,
okay
some
with being
people
wrong.
have to be wrong for others to be.
Yeah, exactly. I'm okay with just being really bad at Dota predictions. I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I'm good. At least I have you, and you have better predictions, and that's all fine.
Actually, Astini,
Evens
who
out.
is the coach of Hokori in this tournament, and also in Division 1, is also a caster that I tend to work with as my analyst, and he is actually a genius, like straight up. He predicts everything correct in the draft.
Oh my.
Of course, he's a coach for a team, and that is kind of
Right.
a very good skill set to have, but I am
Right.
baffled every single time that
I love that.
he calls like, they're going to pick OD, and I'm like, no, this is a terrible game for him, and then they pick OD. How does he know this?
I love that, honestly. I think that's so impressive. Just the absolute knowledge you need to have of the game to really predict those things. And yeah, I really love that. Monkey King ban, PA ban, just kind of classic-ish safe laners, and then Luna and Faceless and Troll on the other side. What safe laners are kind of left now? What are they gonna do?
You kind of want something. Well, Luna would have been actually probably the best. You could go for Deuce. The only downside is Deuce gets
5 seconds.
controlled for a decent amount of the duration, but that is with pretty much every safe laner that you go for. You could Terrorblades also. It's a really hard game because you've got the Roar, you've got the Shadow Demon disruption, good against like most nearly any hero. And definitely don't want like a strength. Maybe you could go for like an Ursa possibly, but you don't want to have anything that gets destroyed by the Shadow Demon demonic purge, because move at that point. That puts you in a very tough spot most of the Slark would be nice. They're not going to go Slark because no one goes Slark, but Slark would be actually really good for Infamous.
Wait, why does no one go Slark now? Like, what's up with that?
Slark's kind
Just trash.
Yeah,
just trash hero. Fair. Fair.
You need like a ton of sustain heroes to keep him alive most of the part. They're gonna go Wraith King, which
Gonna harvest some bones. I love that.
it's a hero that I did kind of expect because, well, it does get picked up a lot. But I'm not a big fan of Wraith King in a lineup where he really has a lot of troubles getting on top of. Wraith King is amazing when he can like right click, but Shadow Demon, Disruption plus Sonic Purge. You've got the Kunkka with the X Mark Tor and Co-Ship. You've got Spirit Breaker with the charge ulti, and the Beastmaster with the ulti / slows that can kind of kite the Wraith King all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, how about this though? What if the Tusk puts you in a snowball?
Then
There we go.
you
There.
snowball
I
on
solved
top
it.
of someone, and then the ghost ship hits you right the moment you get out.
I solved the problem.
And you
Easy
added a
engage.
whole new problem.
Oh no! Oh,
GG.
okay. Hey,
GG.
you know what? You know what that means.
GG.
Are you aware? Are you aware what that means? Can you just say what that means, please?
What it means that Tinker gets picked as a last pick against a lineup that has pretty much no way to clear him out of the trees.
No, where's Tinker gonna go?
Oh, mid. Oh no, it's a Kunkka save!
Oh, finally! Thank you. See, I knew
Okay,
this
it's 2
all
to
along.
1. It's 2 to 1.
Okay, I'll take that.
I'm
We'll
still
see
in the
how it
lead.
goes.
Ardio's actually playing Kunkka. That's pretty hype. I didn't expect him to
I love that.
really go for the off-brand heroes.
Yeah, I love that. Insane cosmetic on that Shadow Demon as well, by the way. That looks sick.
I got that
as
one.
hell. You do?
Yeah, I don't remember where it's from. I think it's from like the cache or something.
I don't know, but it's a really, really good looking set. I'd love to see that. But yeah, Tinker, I mean, oh my god, Tinker is just a very annoying hero. Obviously, we talked about it before. You know, your absolute hatred of the hero. So I'm sure you're very excited to see it.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. You got the Beastmaster for the vision. You've got the Tinker that, like, everyone on Infamous needs to get a Blink Dagger first of all
Yeah.
to try and find him out. But even if they find him out, you've got the Shadow Demon to just disrupt him in that case, most of the time possibly, to save his life, which is going to be fairly problematic. And most important is that you just have the only vision hero on the side of Infamous is Tusk with the Ice Shards, or with the, if he gets the shard, you know, the, where is it?
I'm not sure. I don't play Tusk.
I don't play him either, but
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be very interesting. I think definitely looks like Noping wants to move a lot on the map. So definitely going to be some hype gameplay, hopefully. Yeah, you know, Tinker, Spirit Breaker.
it's gonna be a tough game, especially for Wraith King getting on top of Tinker, while the enemy has so many ways of kiting you and a Tinker. It's gonna be fairly tough, especially depending on the item build on Tinker. I assume he's gonna be going for something more, you know, basic and not the
Right.
super aggressive Shiva's Guard, overwhelming blink kind of build where he just jumps in the middle of the enemy team. There is a Bane, a Bane on the enemy team, Wars Punch. And the like AJ though, dropping low, gonna get first blooded by Affliction. Fight
Oh, that's
continues.
a big team fight, actually. That's a big team fight going on here. This Magnus gets stunned. He barely manages to get away. A lot of damage coming in here on this Beastmaster as well. He doesn't manage to get away, and they're going to be chasing this Spear Breaker. He gets stunned by Wraith King. This Tusk running after him, clicking him, getting that kill as well. That is 3 kills for Infamous, straight off the bat. And it's not even time yet. Like, no bounties have spawned yet. That is that's crazy.
And they'll be able to pick up all 4 bounties in the process as well. Okay, so you know, that's a good way to win against the Tinker lineup, where you just completely dumpster them in the first second.
That is that was crazy. That was very well played, and a good start of the game. Like, I'm already just right in it. You know what I mean? Like, damn, that was no slow start for this second game here.
That's one of the downsides of Tinker. It's no, it doesn't really do much at level 1. Same with most of the other heroes on the Noping side. It was a fairly good call to immediately start to get aggressive.
Absolutely. So looking at this matchup middle, Magnus Tinker, what is which one is favored here?
Tinker's almost always favored because it's stupid how much damage you can do. Though you definitely have to be careful. Skewer well, Shockwave into Skewer is definitely enough to kill off a Tinker if he gets out of position. But the problem is the creeps are still underneath the tower. Lone is looking for the possible catch here. Analog definitely needs to be careful at most interval.
Well, top. This Shadow Demon definitely being annoying. 3 stacks of Shadow Poison on this Snapfire. Doesn't really do that much though. Level 2, it's not too scary, but he definitely will be. He will be at some point.
And it's actually a Snapfire off lane with a position for it. Tusk by the buy. For which KJ still trying to stack up some Shadow Poison stacks. We need Shadow Poison level 2 to deal a decent amount of damage. Michael sidesteps it with his fast AF boots. Will be just fine.
Meanwhile, bottom, this Wraith King is just having a good time, just getting some last hits in here. And this Bane trying to annoy the Straight Breaker a little bit.
No bash. Happy hands.
Always. Magnus very low mid actually. He's kind of I mean, he's just got his bow. That's gonna help. He's gonna go get this water rune here. Heal up a bit. That's much better. A lot less scary to look at. Kill coming in bottom actually. I completely missed that. What happened there? This Beastmaster got stuck.
Took I guess. I don't even fire plus again. Just died to skeletons. Oh well. No, you win some, you die.
Yeah, you win some, you die some. Just how it is. That's life, isn't it? Well, that's generally very good for this side of Infamous. Get that Beastmaster out of the way sometimes. That's very nice. Magnus taking a lot of damage still, but he is gonna go on this Tinker though. He does click pretty hard, but also receives a lot of damage from this laser here. Tinker coming a little bit forward. He's quite brave. I think it can go either way here.
I mean, unless you get skewered under the tower, you should be fine as the Tinker in the mid lane. There are fights skewing everywhere. Did he just suicide? Yeah, he suicided the tier 2 tower top lane. But as
the Spirit Breaker going on this Bane though, running after it, and pause. Tactical.
Nah, he's not gonna get the bash lock plus nightmares availables.
Yeah, he's probably
Spirit Breaker might die if the Tinker actually walks that direction, depending on where the Spirit Breaker is heading himself. Monster a bit too far away. Actually, got the boar in the vicinity. They might turn it around onto the Bane.
Well, we'll see what they're gonna do here. Quite curious about that. And again, a pause. It's becoming quite a common thing at this point.
Well, it is gonna be probably pause for a little bit longer. You know, regions don't necessarily all have the best internet connections.
Yeah.
Or PCs. I can't. Oh no, there was Duster, Wolf Team. He kept blue screening 4 times in one series.
Oh really? Oh, that's really sad. Ooh, fuck. That's unfortunate. You can't help it, you know. It's like.
Affliction.
Ooh, TP coming in here on middle as well. This Tusk is coming middle to help out here.
Going for the bottle
Go for this
recharge.
Tinker? No. Oh yeah, that's fair. I keep forgetting about that. It's still such a relatively new concept to me that I still need to get that into my head. It doesn't happen in my bracket, you know what I mean?
There's a lot of stuff not happening.
Let's not talk about that.
Bane getting charged that, but Theolacor enough on the other side of the snowball.
Oh, that is some rockets coming in there though. Yeah, Spirit Breaker really just has it in for this Bane, but can't quite do much with it. This Tusk running after Shadow Demon, but just gets disrupted. And has to deal with his Shadow self.
This is an absolutely fat Wraith King ready bottom lane not being interrupted whatsoever. Bane's not even in the lane and he just handles himself perfectly. He's almost level 5 against the Beastmaster, who's about to turn level 4. That's a big change up. Top lane though, KJ dropping those. Snowball comes in and the catch on the Shadow Demon comes out. Michael should be able to run away. Doesn't have the levels to really start pumping out the damage.
This Wraith can definitely having a grand old time here. We gotta be able to stop him at some point soon. Doesn't look like they will though. Spirit Breaker. I'm in the jungle.
Top lane.
Gonna find that career.
Sacred, 3 stacks of the Shadow Poison. Needs to be a bit careful. RDO needs to find a good whip target. Sacred 4 stacks right now. The 5th should kill him. Can KJ get the connection going? The vision is gained and the kill is secured for KJ. They find a pretty big kill because that was the 3-kill Snapfire taken out.
Spirit Breaker really just running in there, seeing if he could still help out. And seems to be going back to middle. Oh, this Tusk, is he gonna do something though? This Tusk seems to want to do something here. Taunting and but then running away again. Just playing mind games, you know, it's very important as well.
For radiant forces.
Yeah, summoning his skeletons to push out the tier 1 tower bottom lane, and it's gonna take a heap of damage in the process. Keeping that extra point. Reincarnation in case it's needed.
Invisibility.
Oh, I see. That's pretty clever. What's Spirit Breaker doing?
Oh, mid RP analog being locked in. TP coming out from Michael. Can they kill off analog though? KJ rotating through disruption. Try and keep his buddy alive, but the nightmare is gonna hold KJ back, and analog is the one that will have to pay the price. They used RP, but they do manage to take down the Tinker, and that is kind of the hero that you need to disrupt as much as possible.
Absolutely, and no return kill either, so it's very good for Infamous. This Spirit Breaker though is charging top. He's gonna go for the Snapfire. Snapfire is engaging on this Kunkka. Is gonna be in a little bit of an uncomfortable situation, or is he gonna run away with the cookie, walking away, and they disengage top here? Not quite worth it to keep chasing. Snapfire is definitely quite tanky. Not an easy support hero to just casually go up and kill. But he's gonna try again though. He's gonna just do it, you know, just annoy her a bit. Get that annoyance in.
That's the infused raindrops helping as well, plus the magic wand. So Snapfire walking around with the same HP as a Kunkka.
Oh, stun coming here on this Spirit Breaker, and Tusk rolls in as well. Tables seem to have turned a little bit, and this Spirit Breaker dies for his insolence.
So even though they have a 6-kill lead here on Infamous, net worth is about the same as it was in the first minute.
I see.
The net worth difference, that is. Not necessarily
Yeah.
the net worth.
Yeah.
There definitely should have been some kind of change over the duration.
Absolutely. I see Spirit Breaker is going to be charging this Wraith King here. Wraith King definitely is going to try and get the tower, which he will. He's going to get chased by this Beastmaster. Spirit Breaker charging in here, stunning him, bashing him twice. Pretty good chances on that one. He's just going to try and walk away here. He does have Reincarnate now. He put the point in it. And he's just going to stun there. He doesn't have enough mana for Reincarnate, but he does have Soul Ring. He manages to pop it right in time to be able to Reincarnate and walk back under tower. No kill for Noping, but Reincarnation is down for 190 seconds, which is definitely a good thing.
Yeah, so far it's a slight advantage for Infamous, but the Tinker making still decent headway, almost done with the Blink Dagger. At that point can start helping out the side lanes, even though the laning stage kind of is already to the point where it's over. But we'll be able to spam through.
Top tower getting pushed in here by this Sunfire Tusk, and another pause coming in. Tinker disconnected again. Hopefully, he's doing alright. Blink Dagger coming in on the Stinker, by the way. See it in his stash. So that's a good power spike there. And meanwhile, Spirit Breaker is going to go for those phase boots. Then Arcane Boots going to be coming in relatively soon for this Shadow Demon. What else we got? Oh, Magnus is really close to Blink as well, actually. He needs 165 more gold for that, so he's going to keep farming some camps and really get that timing for that Blink Dagger, which is really good timing. He has Power Treads, Blink, 10-ish minutes. That's definitely not bad. Spirit Breaker charging in top here. He's going for this Snapfire again.
Through.
Seeing if he's going to be able to get her this time, though. Tinker jumping in as well. Kunkka coming in. Tusk manages to throw some shards there and try to get out. Snapfire is definitely out, but Tusk might be paying for that move, actually. He's running into the trees. He's getting chased, though. Rockets coming in on him, doing quite a little bit of damage. Snowball manages to dodge that. Rockets coming in. Are they going to be able to kill him? Smoke as well. Very clever. Just about manages to make it out there.
Of course, towards mid, Affliction will get spotted out in the process. Vision Drain for Analog, and that should be a kill secured on towards the Bane. Give it to Analog. Give him the money. Get himself whatever he needs next. I mean, that's the plus of the Tinker currently. Thanks to the changes on the hero. You don't need bots anymore. Blink and you're already active.
Yeah, that was an insane change when that happened. Yeah.
I hate it.
Some other stuff around, but he's become stronger. Absolutely.
Top lane, RDO. Noble coming in, War Spike, but he's got the armlet, he's got infused raindrops. Walking around with stupid levels of HP. Even with the full Mortimer's Kisses, he wouldn't die. Now Sacred, X-Mark, Go Ship. Nightmare save from Affliction. Oh my lord, that was a beautiful one, but the charge is beautiful in its own right. The chase for more continues. Snowball comes out. Tries to keep them at bay. The man is dropping low. RP on the back line. Alone. He RPs but misses the skewer. That is a very unfortunate event because the Tinker just blinks to the side. Fiendscript holds RDO in place. The Kunkka is in trouble. And the Kunkka will get taken down. So it's still a victorious fight coming in for Infamous. But it could have been so much better.
It was a little bit chaotic. And Magnus, a little bit uncomfortable how that went. Probably wasn't very happy with that. Meanwhile, though, bottom lane is Beastmaster is really pushing in hard with his boars there. They have a siege creep as well, so it's a lot of damage, actually. It's definitely going to... You might actually be able to take this if they're not going to respond to it.
Top lane, alone. X-Mark, Torrent. Tried to skewer. But too much damage taken, and RDO gets the kill, and that is a huge one.
Bottom lane is a little bit of a Scooby-Doo situation, just running after each other here, but Walrus Punch cancels that TP. Beastmaster, is he going to be able to get out? He takes a lot of tower damage as well. He uses his ult to try and run away. Will he be able to? Sending out boars as well to slow this Tusk to really annoy him, but Tusk, those shards.
He's stuck.
Very
Tusk
good.
is stuck.
But Tusk is stuck. He cannot follow up on that one. And meanwhile, I see that Tinker died as well. I didn't quite... You might have caught that. Spirit Breaker getting engaged on by this Rage King. Snapfire takes the kill there. And that's a lot of pressure coming in top. We're going to be able to take this tier 1 tower, of course. And bottom is also so low, that tier 2 tower, and this Beastmaster didn't quite go all the way back. He is still lingering in their jungle a little bit, and probably when Tusk is a little bit more gone, he's going to be able to take that bottom tower is going to be able to take those, put in that little bit of damage that it still needs. And Shadow Demon joining up here, gonna ward up their jungle a little bit, and a smoke coming in on Infamous.
The Dusk is always ready for a fight.
What is gonna happen there? This Tusk is getting charged, but manages to snowball out of it. He Walrus punches this Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker tries to ult. He does get his ult off, but he's so low, and he gets killed by this Tusk. Cookie to safety. Tower is down, but so is Spirit Breaker.
Well, the RP got used on the side. Cage is being chased in the meantime. Monster in the trees in trouble as well. Is going to get taken out. Ghost Ship runs through because RDO just wants to try and stay alive. Gets the TP to safety. Lose 3 on the side of Noping. Tinker, luckily enough, was nowhere involved in that fight. And RDO did manage to get away scot-free.
Another good move for Infamous, but that tier 2 tower gone, that's pretty big. Opens up a little bit of the map for them. So Wraith King is doing quite well for net worth. He's definitely at the top now of the net worth chart, getting his farm in. Meanwhile, this Kunkka is not doing so hot compared to the rest, but he still definitely has time to catch up on that.
Wraith King top net worth armlet going for that Deso next. Afterwards, Blink Dagger. This he farmed Wraith King. So Demonic Bird slows him down. They're gonna try and take him out. Affliction on the side needs to be careful because that's the target they want to take down first. The Bane, very annoying in the team fights, and they will find the kill on the Bane. The next one possibly be the Wraith King because his first life is gone. They will find Dear Liqueur on the trade, but Lumiere just runs out. RDO needs to be careful. So does Analog. Skewer comes back alone, be able to drag Analog into the clutches of the Wraith King, and yeah, still does not tend to die.
Still alive, absolutely. Close to dying, first life gone, but still kicking. Still absolutely kicking. This Bane can take a little bit of farm there. Wraith King, Beastmaster is quite close though. So let's see how that goes. Tinker pinging that he's on his way to get to Bane.
Well, that's an easy
will be able
pickup.
to be roared. Easy pick-offs, not a very tanky hero there. And there's a team fight gonna happen here. Shadow Demon's getting chased, at least in the jungle. Stun coming in by this Wraith King and absolutely critted to death. Spirit Breaker jumping in as well. Going for this Tusk. Tusk, Cookie, and he gets stunned. He gets punched into the air. He dies there. Snapfire ult coming in as well, doing a little bit of damage. But, you know, it wasn't quite... Didn't quite hit the targets, weren't quite enough targets for her. Snapfire ult is out now, though, for a little bit.
Come and fight me.
Well, an 8k net worth lead in a 16-minute game is looking rough. I mean, they still have a Tinker, so it's definitely doable, but it's looking a bit tougher. Try and turn this one in their favor again on Noping's side, because everything is riding on the Tinker. Kunkka has a pretty bad game, though, to be fair, every game I think we've casted with the Kunkka has a pretty bad game.
Yeah, it's just, they haven't really been having too grand of a time with the Kunkkas. A little bit unfortunate. Spirit Breaker is... I'm just gonna go top to just defend that for a bit. Any other major items coming in? Helm of the Overlord on this Beastmaster, taking that beautiful ancient creep with him as well. And Roche attempt now from Infamous. They will be able to get it. It's quite a fast Roche here. And Age is gonna go, of course, to this Wraith King.
Double damage
3 lives,
Magnus
why not?
with Empower buff. The Snapfire armor reduction with Lil Shredder. The tag team from Tusk. And the Wraith King with the Deso. That is a very solid Roche lineup.
It's a very dead Roche, absolutely. Infamous quite far ahead now with the Aegis as well. They're gonna go take this tier 2 tower. They found Spirit Breaker here in the trees though with his Nightmare. Is he gonna be able to get killed here? Yeah, he will be because Bane still has his ultimate. So it is an easy kill. And with that, there's gonna be a lot of damage coming in on this tier 2.
And of course, with the third life on Wraith King, pushing the high ground is not just a dream for the Infamous side. At most points in the game, Tinker's still very scary, especially now that he's finished up with the Aghanim Scepter, so that's a lot of spam through on the high ground that you have to deal with. I assume one of his next items will most likely be an Aether Lens, because you kind of want to stay as far away as possible from any engagement.
Absolutely, I see the Infamous is gone for a smoke here. There's also 2 smoked on the side of Noping. They managed to find this Beastmaster though, but not before Spirit Breaker finds them. Snowball coming in now. The Spirit Breaker's in a little bit of a pickle, or is he? The rest of his team follows up here as well. This Beastmaster tries to get out, roars this Snapfire. Snapfire is going to be stuck in the rest of the enemy team now and die, and meanwhile, this Spirit Breaker dies by Wraith King. And his Wraith King is just having a grand old time. He has not lost a life. He's getting the kills. He's getting the farm. He is very, very strong. 8k lead now for Infamous, or still for Infamous. And it doesn't look like they have to be too scared. They did lose 2 heroes though.
That fight went pretty bad for them. Losing the mid Magnus in that regard. Lumiere trying to get the catch here onto KJ, knows that he's the target you need to deal with if you want to continue a team fight. In comes the Wraithfire Blast. Still hasn't killed off the Shadow Demon. They're kiting Lumiere a lot. Finally he finds the kill, but this is just going to be 3 lives gone. Rotation from Alone coming through. He does have an RP. Blink out from the Wraith King though. He gets to safety. They don't even need Alone there. And somehow he manages to just walk away while surrounded by the entirety of the Noping lineup.
Yeah, not sure if that's impressive on the side of Infamous or not that impressive on the side of Noping. Maybe a little bit of both.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
But the net worth advantage is starting to slightly dwindle, and you are playing up against a Tinker. So there is going to be a point in the game where, you know, he gets his Scythe of Ice and he can solo anyone on the opposing side.
Yeah, Tinker so far is doing quite alright.
Ooh,
It's not too
Theolacor.
scary yet.
He's very dead.
No chances here. Every stun coming in. Punch coming in as well.
Oh, nice. Michael is going for the Aghanim Scepter on the Tusk. That means blink on top of Tinker and yeet him all the way towards your Wraith King.
That is a good good interaction. That's gonna work out pretty well for them. I can see that.
Bounty.
Another ancient creep here and getting eaten by this Wraith King, or not quite maybe. A lot of pressure on the mid tower. Kind of just do what they want to some extent here. Wraith King, invisible with Shadow Blade, walking up here to the triangle, trying to find someone. And he will find someone. He will find someone. Oh, he wanted to go for the Shadow Demon, but he got banished instead. But he does blink on him, kills him. The crits coming in, absolute
Shadow Demon
massacre.
forgot to use Shadow Poison, so he didn't take any damage and could immediately blink. That is a painful death of the Shadow Demon. That was completely unnecessary. Of course, you could damage him inside of his little disruption. Shotgun Blast from Sacred tries to get his ulti off. Analog needs to disengage, but he's getting charged out, and that is a huge kill, taking down the Tinker. Does have a buyback if they want to. Rest of No Ping backing off for the time being.
Shadow Demon did buy back, but he's gonna go again. He's gonna go Shadow Blade again here on this Wraith King. And he's gonna go for the Shadow Demon again. He wants to get him for the second time. He does get disrupted here though. He's not gonna be able to get that kill, but it's definitely it's cheeky. That's what it is.
Spirit Breaker is hella broke. Still building up his drums. 22-minute game. And hunted by Magnus. And he's actually going to charge to safety, or so you'd think, but he's charging right towards death on the other side.
Towards the other death. Oh, a lot of crit coming in there as well. Snapfire. Oh my god. He really thought he could get out, but it's not quite working out.
Monster, Fiend's Gripped as well. They're focusing KJ because he's the one that otherwise would save the Beastmaster in the process. Get themselves a double kill. Now it's starting to look very troublesome. Well, Tinker is still not done with his Aether Lens just yet.
Meanwhile, this Wraith King is running after those ancients again. Those Beastmaster agents usually just wants to get that tasty creep.
For the treasure.
Nah, he gives up now. He's like, not worth it. Spiritbreaker, what is he charging? Ooh, he's charging Snapfire. He really wants to go for that grandma here. Snapfire seems to be very much unaware that this is how. Oh, but he TP's away. Decides that it's a little bit too dangerous. Saw Magnus. That's decided, you know what? It's not really worth it. I'm gonna get out now.
There was also no place for the Tinker to TP onto. I mean, could TP on. No, really nowhere. The creeps were just too far away. I was hoping that he'd be level 3 Tinker, but ulti, but it's not yet. He's level 17, so there was literally nothing he could TP onto. The creeps were too far away to even consider trying to go for the Snapfire, who is running around with 2.5k HP and has Zeal's Scepter plus Blink. So this is a Snapfire that doesn't die quickly at all, but that's a big ghost ship coming through. Striking back, Michael in trouble. Alone has the RP, gets himself a nice catch. In the meantime, Lumiere going for the back line, make sure that KJ is out of the running. Lumiere's gonna get kited for the time being and takes a heap of damage. Doesn't have a BKB, but Armlet toggling will keep him alive on the side. Sacred will be able to join in and give Lumiere that chance to get another kill under his belt.
An absolute kick in the face that he does. Beautiful. They're wanting to go and get some more towers now. It's a 15k advantage now for Infamous. Definitely making that gold gap wider and wider.
Bottom tower is under attack.
What I really despise,
What?
Tinkers, because if I have them in my team, they do the exact same thing as this Tinker. They get the Philosopher's Stone and they use it. And as a support, you're seeing that and you're like, my money! He stole my money!
Yeah.
Especially the Shadow Demon who's got nothing.
Yeah, that's a little bit sad actually. He's really got nothing. Still coming in there on this Spirit Breaker caught out by Wraith King.
Comes out of the Silver Edge, hits him once. Spirit Breaker loses 75% of his HP in one hit. And knows just, okay, sure, I'm dead. All they need to wait for on the Infamous side right now is the next Roshan, get the Aegis plus Shard. Let's see, who's gonna wield the Shard though? It's gonna be probably the Magnus. Horn Toss is actually really been good.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the other. Oh, I see that's okay. Snap already has it. Tusk has it. Yeah, that makes sense. Is it ever worth it to get the shard on Bane? Brain Sap AoE?
If you want to farm a little bit. I mean, it's actually not a bad shard, but as a support, normally you buy it. And as a core, you don't exist.
Ooh, there's a smoke coming in though on the side of No Pain. Running into the jungle, trying to hope for one of the Infamous heroes
See, with the
to
Hawk,
be there.
Speaking of which, the Hawk just got killed.
Dive bombing this Tusk. Tusk snowball onto Roche.
Towards mid,
Snapfire though.
Snapfire in trouble, but in comes the Skewer. RP gets a double man catch, and they're just gonna smack him down. They did lose one in the process, but Wraith King does so much damage. Also has a Lincoln Sphere, so they can't really focus him down at all this game. Liquor gets the charge back to safety, but yeah, Tinker.
Oh, or is he? Yes, he is. Or is he?
Oh no.
No, he's dead.
He's actually dead, and well, KJ every single time wants to help out his buddies. That is the save your buddy syndrome.
Save your buddy syndrome, absolutely. Well, they're just gonna hit these towers up on high ground. They don't have a lot to fear anymore right now. This Wraith King is very, very farmed. 22k gold. It's actually, yeah, he's just been having a good game. Having a very good game, getting the kills that he needs, getting the farm that he needs, and now he's just standing on their high ground. They will be able to take this tower. Are they gonna go stay for the racks? Definitely will.
Go for the finisher, but to be fair, but
I'm not sure if they will. They might play it safe here.
Kunka's got axe.
Kunka's up.
Oh. He pops his ults. Got his Aghanim Scepter right now. Charge forward, Theo Core. Nether Strike back, Michael. Tusk will die with Affliction still on the run as well. Monster, no Hawks to be summoned. He is trying to chase his opponent down, but the Mortimer's Kisses pretty much zone everything out. A 24k net worth lead and a 29k, a 29 minute game is abysmal.
Quite a lot, yeah. Beastmaster did want to go for this Wraith King, just for the memes. The Wraith King has spotted him though. Just a crit, a stun, 3 clicks. Beastmaster dead, Boar is dead. Just no chance there.
They're all
but meanwhile,
dead.
the Spirit Breaker going on Snap though. Snapfire, is she gonna die for this? She gets nightmared. Takes way too much damage there to live. Spirit Breaker finally getting that, oh no, he didn't even get the kill on her.
Run, KJ,
I see that as like a rivalry.
Run.
There's no running from this skeleton man. There is no running at all.
Pops the Swift Link to get the attack speed increase. RDO dies.
I'll take that as a
Lumiere 15-0-12. Okay, I must say, after what we saw yesterday, I was severely disappointed, I might add, in the performance of both the teams. But Lumiere is, he's a very impressive safe laner. Both these games on the PL and now on the Wraith King. Only 2 deaths this series so far. They're gonna try and get themselves the catch onto the Magnus. Does have an RP available as well, so they kind of have to be a little bit careful. He gets a 2-man RP. Lumiere, he says, screw you. I don't care about my teammates. I'm gone.
Yeah.
I need to make sure that my perfect streak this game does not get hindered.
He did get a tier 4 tower for that though, but meanwhile his team decided to just dive further and further and just kind of die without him there. Which was a little bit awkward, but nonetheless good to get one of those towers out of the way.
Going for the MKB, of course, next against the Laser. Blind Thinker. Go BKB, but BKB feels like a weak item this game against Demonic Purge, Nether Strike, Primal Roar. So many tools that pierce BKB.
Thinker disrupted here. Definitely want to take that Roche here. Magnus is not up, and there's no RP anyway, even if he was up. So it might be a good moment for Nerfing to take this Roche. But Wraith King is gonna jump in there and just start clicking them. Snapfire ult as well coming in from the back line, and this Tusk hopping into with this Walrus Punch. And this Wraith King is an absolute monster. He keeps chasing as well. That crit on that Shadow Demon. This Kunkka desperately trying to get out, but sadly also has to die here by the hand of Snapfire. And that is oh.
That is the GG
Oh, they
call.
already called. Oh, they did. Oh yeah. Nice. I was like, what? Oh, fair enough. And the GG call. Insane. Such a fast game again, and such a convincing victory for Infamous.
Looking like they're here to play. This was, of course, their first showing in the tournament, the Bitsler Cup, and I'm pretty happy because, you know, it's teams play DPC, they play Division 1 and whatnot, and tend to see when they're third-party tournaments, some teams that they try some stuff, but they see it more as a glorified practice arena, glorified scrims. Definitely looked like Infamous did not have any of that going on. They looked like they came here to play. They looked like they came here to win the entire thing, and that is the teams that I want to see compete for the prize money. Of course, it's a 15k prize pool, which is still a very solid amount. First place, I think you get 10 grand for your team, so for, you know, a couple of weeks work, that's definitely okay to write on your bank account. And
Yep.
I'm really happy that Infamous are actually showing their stuff compared to some other teams that are not, you know, everyone knows.
Yeah, I know. Everyone knows. We all know. You don't have to, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that concludes this BO2. Honestly, definitely a fun watch, and what you said as well, Lumiere is definitely one to keep an eye on. A very very solid safe laner, two very good performances, and I'm actually excited that the next game coming up is going to be Infamous versus Salchipapa. So gonna be able to see some more Infamous.
Yep, though Salchipapa did look absolutely horrendous yesterday against the Balrogs, so I assume that Infamous is not going to have too many struggles with them. Salchipapa is a team that made it through the Brazilian qualifiers, though I don't think they had that many, tough teams to beat. And yeah, they're definitely a team that's going to be struggling for the most part, whereas Infamous, I think they're going to be top contenders. Definitely looking to be making those playoffs, probably with Apu, King of Kings, Hokori, and last one added in, probably Balrogs. Yeah, much the top of the board at the moment. All look very confident in their approach. But that concludes my cast for the evening. However, not Sparks' cast. It should be Sparks with Aponzus covering the next match, which should start ASAP. So I'll quickly get out of your way and hope you all enjoyed the show. Thank you again for joining me, Sparks. It was a blast to cover these games with you, and for the rest of the chat, in case you don't see, good afternoon, good evening, and good